Go live button. I forgot to go live button last time. So we're live now. We're live now.
I was actually working this time.
Yeah. I didn't push it last time because I'm a dumbass, remember?
Yeah, I made that.
Huh?
That's me. That's all me.
Let's put a sticker there. Oh, you use Tipex market.
Tipex on the screen. No, man.
That's kind of also my whole was that we
Okay.
everything was constantly had to be perfect.
And welcome to the show one more time, everybody.
Hey, welcome
Hey,
to Drinking with Juice and a White Guy.
Yeah, 2 white guys this time.
Yes, I'm outnumbered this
One
week.
beer that one.
I'm outnumbered this week, but it's wonderful. We are joined by Jacques Olivier. Do I get it right?
Jacques.
No, you got it wrong, Jacques.
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 Oh, no, Jacques Olivier.
Jacques is nerd.
He's, as he says, 2 white guys and him. He should actually sit in the middle.
Oh, that's it. It's like a joke. I'm back with Alan. I say, yeah, you always land grabbing.
Not space grabbing.
Yeah. No, so we
Simone.
Hey Simone.
Hey,
Always
Simone.
on time.
Aware.
Yeah, I love it.
Aware. Can you hear? Like, is the audio okay for you that side, bro? Let us know, because we can't hear shit and we're old and deaf.
Yeah, that's also the truth. That's why we have AI.
And a fucking cough.
Generation X, if they start talking AI and technical, then I'm like, pass.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah. No. Anyway, so we're joined by Jacques. Let me get it right.
Jacques Olivier.
Jacques and Olivier, who is a we named it metalhead, but he's actually very well versed
In metal.
in metal, heavy metal,
Yeah?
music, production, as well as it's something else. You know, while we were chatting, I had another word.
You know shit about sound.
I know
You
shit
know
about
shit about
organizing
And
events.
how to fix your gate remote or your alarm.
Oh yeah, I had to jump on it. We'll get to that conversation. Just
Bring out all my old.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
have to.
So you say
It gets
you were jamming in the metal scene since the 80s.
I mean, I started liking the metal scene when Playground was still going. When VOD was the band.
Oh,
When
yeah?
they started off. I mean, the first thing I ever heard of a South African band is when they came out and said, hey, VOD, have you heard that song, Your Master Puss? And I'm like, what? And that was actually a hit. That became one of the biggest hits in Germany. And everybody just knew about that specific song. And that sort of, I must go and see this.
Yeah.
And that's where it started, I think. And I mean,
And if I may ask, what was your age at that time?
fuck, now you're asking me. I mean, I'm already now 56.
I got a calculator.
So you're
I can
about
do
40,
the
you're
math.
about
I
40
was in my
then.
20s.
I can do the math.
I was
So the
about
1940s. I didn't know there was live music in the 1940s.
No, man, fuck.
There was the one mic.
You need that actual mic in the middle of the band. Gooi. No.
and then from there,
Ach, it did grow. I mean, there were so many venues that started. I mean, there was Delirium, Delisium. It was Horus in Belleville. And then Gandalf's and Roar, and it
Yes.
was Mordor before that.
yes.
There was a lot of venues that from that year started building up and stuff. And but it's like a crinkle cut cookie with the metal scene. You know, they built up. You see all the metal jewels, and then they start closing down, and there's like nothing. Like now we're on a sort of downscope
Big downscope.
because a lot of them is closing, and there is talk of ones that is going to close.
Yes.
That makes you think, you know.
But don't you think it's because it's a niche market and that it's,
Well-
you know, not, I won't say niche in the sense of like but it's very sort of directed at only that, you know. And then because the way I find is that music has a fashion and a fad.
True,
Yeah?
but the big problem is live music in general, live music venues
Venues is
as
a
a
problem.
whole. Because metalheads will play anywhere.
Yes.
They'll play in their backyard if you want them to.
The thing with the music industry in South Africa, as he says, live venues is an issue, point one. And I mean, now in the time that money is an issue, the venue owners are battling, so they're making the rent ridiculous for the people to.
Oh, it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
And you know, the metal crowd is one crowd, and I mean, they're always changing. And it's strange in the metal scene, you've got your youngsters and they grow up and then they start getting engaged, married, and now children, so they drop out.
Yes.
And the new ones comes in. Now when the children start growing up again, they start coming back again because the children can now look after themselves. You see it a lot of Metal for Africa, like you see this old crowd coming back.
Yes, that's
So
it.
many-
And new ones coming in.
I see that a lot also in the trance.
Yeah, I can
Like the
imagine.
trance
I can
dancing,
imagine.
you know, because back in the day when we used to have raves and that
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then and now obviously maybe kids are now maybe 20, 18,
Yeah.
maybe even 16 or something, and you know, you obviously because we are older, so you missed out on a whole. You feel like you missed out on a period. You actually did all of it because, gosh damn it was rough back then.
It's strange. You don't feel if you
Hey,
missed
Sandy.
out. It feels like you haven't missed anything. It's like, oh, I know this, but then you realize, fuck, I can't party like I used to anymore.
Yes.
The body isn't there. I mean, I used to mosh and
Yes.
go crazy. Now I'm the one that stands on the side or sit. Because
To the guy that comes to find the sound guy.
I come bug Alan at the event and say to him, bro, I can't hear the guitar. You know? And
Meanwhile, what Alan's mixing is your ears because you're old.
No, literally, like he said.
he knows already.
Back when I started at Raw, this dude saved my ass.
Oh, he is.
No, like he saved my ass because I was still trying to figure out.
Roy
the
is
venue.
how old?
Roy's
I mean,
gone now.
if I'm talking about like when, that was
10. No,
a
it
good,
hasn't
more
been-
than 10. It's like
It's been gone for a while.
it's
yeah.
been for a long while.
It's actually
Yeah.
dead for 10 years.
It was
Yeah.
a good venue,
No,
but
no.
I mean, a lot of stuff there. I mean, if it wasn't for Alan, I mean, a lot of stuff there was like literally spook plugged together and blue wire to make it work.
Yeah, no,
And
literally, that's what it was.
Literally, I mean, and it was small, but it was intimate. And I mean,
Yeah.
I always rather prefer a small venue that's packed
Yeah.
than have a massive venue with groupie, and it feels that there's nobody there. It's the same with events. I like it compact.
Yes.
Then everybody forms a whole. And it's a lekker vol gees, you know.
It's,
It's,
Correct.
I like it like my women. Small and compact, and they form a whole.
is that now looking from the front or the back?
Yes.
Hello, Sandy.
Sorry.
No, we don't.
I apologize.
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
No, I say likewise. Also, I prefer smaller events that is more controlled.
Everybody knows each other.
Yes, and
People-
also don't you? I mean, even like you know, you go back, you lose this period of partying. But when you come back, like you said, you more like sitting in the corner or standing on the side or whatever. But don't you think like that your appreciation for music is much better than what it was back then?
Yes, I'm more critical nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm it almost sounds like I'm too full of shit. I mean, but I mean those times, you know, a band will be extremely cock and I would love it. Today it will bug me.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yes.
but I give everybody a chance. I mean,
Yes.
every band. I mean, you know, some people say a band can go and start playing after they practice a few rounds in the garage,
Yeah.
and then they can start getting better over years. But the strange thing that bands tend to forget is the first impression is the lasting impression.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah,
are bad on the
that's
first
true.
impression, it is much more harder work to change that impression
Yeah.
than climbing onto a stage, being already in that stage.
Who's Julian?
Julian Lucas. Hello, Julian. Lucky to see you also on. He's one of our great supporters of Metal for Africa.
I love you.
Is he?
Yeah, he comes to all our shows.
Does he bring you a walking stick or something?
No, no.
Come on.
Metal supporter.
Metal supporter, come
Zimmer
on.
frame supporter. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. He's one of our good followers. He's a very nice chap.
Yeah.
And he's also made a little YouTube thing talking about, you know, very personal about his feeling about the metal scene and
Yeah.
the crowd. I mean, he loves the crowd and everything. He's a magic dude, and I mean,
You know, when I started, like, I had a friend, I still have a friend called Goth.
Goth.
And Goth and I.
golf or golf?
Goth.
Golf.
Yeah.
Goth.
Dude,
You can call him
imagine
Goth,
like,
Goth.
you imagine like early 90s, yeah, we took in 93, 94. We were still very young at the time, high school.
went behind the ears.
We just love music. Now our parents love music, right? So my parents listen to, his parents listen to rock music.
Yeah, I grew up in a musical family.
You know, Queen was a big thing at the time and all that kind of thing. So that's what we know. And we used to love, obviously we're talking about apartheid era now, right?
Yeah.
And we used to love going to, especially when the high school threw a jam, threw a jaw. So there would be like the normal rave party thing that's going on, and then in another section there'd be a what do you call this thing? The rock. Alternative. Dark and alternative,
Alternative.
In the there at and we used to love just going there, but obviously because now we're jamming, but it looks like we showing off or we trying to show off. Like making gato now of the other people, and we got thrown out of every rock event.
Is that why you looked so nervous when you came to that metal show?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. No, it's truth though. I was like, oh fuck. Then because the way I dress, I listen to hip hop music.
I've
right?
got the same experiences when I was young as well. I mean, I was invited to some jazz parties in Kensington, and you like sitting there. Me and my wife, we're the only two white dudes, and everybody's jazzing, and then my wife started jazzing with my one friend, a colored friend, Jeremy's sister, and then people started asking her to jazz with her. Now they ask me, and I'm typical me. Why you ask me? You're not dancing me. Ask her.
Yeah.
And then she goes and jazz and everything. It was actually a nice experience, and I picked up that, strange enough, the colored community were more open from outside people than the white community were. We were a little bit more and that was the experience I had. But I mean, I remember those days when we're talking about playground days. The way how we went out at night is we would get especially me and this one friend of mine, we used to have a bottle of brandy, me and Hein Low, he's now in Australia.
Yes,
I will never forget that. That was our thing.
No, Carl, get the bottle. Carry on with the story.
Yeah, we had one of these.
Today's show is sponsored by KWV.
And we had one of these, and we had a 500 milliliter tin of Coke. And we used to go to Sea Point, and we go to either Souvlakis. That was now for shawarmas and that kind of stuff. So we have a big shawarma, and we're eating this thing, and it's fraught of garlic. But now we don't care. We are brandy. So we chase this bottle of brandy with a 500 Coke, and we walk into playground.
Chase a bottle of brandy with a 500
Coke. We were drunk as skunks. No, Hein was one of those guys, when he gets drunk, he disappears, you know, and you're like, where's your lift? And he's like, fuck, Hein's left. I'm stuck in Cape Town.
Yes.
But we couldn't understand. No girl wants to talk to us. And then one day I said to Hein, did you smell our breath? Frotting of garlic from the shawarmas. So we went in there drunk as skunk, frotting of garlic. But we had the time of our lives. I mean, pass out inside. They had a big...
there were so many weird places to pass out.
Playground had, under the DJ box, had an exponential hall.
I used to get lost in there.
They had a bass bin that was big enough for a person to sit in, the horn opening. So that was my favorite place to pass out in. And you just get the sound, and your clothes does this.
Wait, hold on. You decide to pass out inside a basement.
Yep.
No.
And
no wonder he's deaf.
You just hear this boom, 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 boom. That's all you hear. And then we go back home. I mean, it was him or the other friend of mine also, he's somewhere in PE now. He used to have a Ford Escort panel van. Now we go with this thing to Cape Town. And I'm laying in the back and he's driving.
Where are you from?
Northern suburbs, Belleville side.
Okay.
So then he used to like to do a lot of skife.
Yes.
So... Those days that you don't smell, you know, you get these little bottles of body mist, and you gooi it on the scaffold, and you smoke it, and you smell like body mist.
I've never ever done that in my goddamn life.
What shit is that?
No.
It's probably chemical as well, and fuck you up, but who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, we used to do that, and his van had only second, third, and fourth, and fuck all reverse.
How you go backwards?
And the doors was permanently locked, so you have to climb in through the back.
Yes.
Sounds like right now.
Yeah.
And then the one door got to the point where it can't lock anymore, so now it's open. So we went to Indaba in Cape Town. It was like a reggae joel first.
Yes, I know that.
So we parked the van between the lamp pole and the wall so that the doors can't open. We climb out at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get tickets on that thing every night.
Yeah. I also had
that was, I mean, that
Tony.
I mean, those days. I don't see youth that will party like that today. I don't.
No,
You know, the thing is, they don't have the opportunity to party like that.
I'll say one thing.
Yeah.
Today's kids are a bunch of pussies.
No, it's true.
But I mean,
about the
those
wrong
the
things.
cops those days, they will pull you over and they say, "Hey, you speed again. You owed me a bottle." God,
Exactly.
Today is give me your keys, your car's impounded, and you sleep, and you will never drive again.
Thank you, Sandy. These stories are dope, right?
And
we were very fortunate in that era of
It was-
partying and jamming.
Where I came from,
But
like,
overall, the
because
license.
I was after a party in Namibia,
Yes.
and it was still like, dude, we'd walk home. Even when I moved back to Cape Town in the early in 2004, dude, we could walk around at college, dude.
Yes.
Like we were walking around in the middle of the fucking night, wherever the fuck you wanted to go.
you were
Party like
fun.
fucking idiots.
And when you lost your friend, you walk home. Even you lived in the suburbs, but you jolling in
Yeah.
town, but you walk
You
home.
walk home.
Yeah.
Me and Norman, he will go into
No,
his
it
Ford
was
Anglia
fine.
and go into a piece of gravel and start spinning. Wow, 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 wow.
Yes.
The car stuck without petrol. We leave the car there, walk back home.
Thank God I'm not the only person.
And you go
who
the
did that.
next day there and the car's still there.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
not be
literally.
asif.
His brother Asim.
And I mean,
I didn't have a license.
there's so many,
Cops are watching.
there's so many stories. I mean, I was involved in the biking fraternity also for a
Yes.
long time.
I
And
was going
there,
to ask you about the biking thing, but I wanted to go back because you talk about like
the metal scene.
but before within the metal
The
scene
mental
and,
scene.
and how you felt I'm gonna say almost more comfortable at like a color jaw than going to not more but you know what I mean, you felt welcomed at then earlier on before the podcast started you were talking about Club Libro in
Salodi's Pass.
In Salodi's Pass. Now, if that's
That
why
was the
I got
most
shocked.
amazing
I tell you,
venue.
Yeah,
Ish.
it was a beautiful venue. Libro, I'm a battle DJ, right? So Libro was my first. battle.
Was a battle DJ. Was.
I'm a champ. I don't battle
Not
no more.
retired yet, but
Yeah.
Yeah, now he doesn't have to battle anymore.
Yeah, I
He's the
don't
best.
battle them, I just judge. So now, so what we, so I was in the, somewhere around the age of 15, and I won my first competition at Club Libro, and I beat this guy at the time who was crazy. He was the DMC
Yeah, I
champ. He
remember
was the
those
big
days.
dog, and there was a guy called Lionel. He's a
Lionel.
DJ.
DJ
That's
Lionel.
right. He was with Edward Richardson and them.
Yes. So
The fuck,
he
Wes?
So he told me I'm just like this cat who first I didn't ever love to get there. So that's a whole
At that
other
time,
story.
you could still gooi this. Try and do it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gooi your finger out.
No, but like luckily my homies they were coming through to support, but then they were already on the pass.
Wait, this was before cell phones were invented.
yeah, we were now on the thing
Telephone
now.
and tiki
On the
boxes.
tiki-toki.
Yeah, and then we found him somehow through. Oh yeah, wait, no, it was just when cell phones came out. It was like 96, 7, something.
Oh
like
yeah,
The cell phones that can phone, and that's about it.
Those,
Yeah.
those Motorola things.
that. No, that duck phones.
the one
and
you can use to throw somebody with.
that
31
one, yeah,
thing,
the
those
Nokias.
ones.
No, before that.
Yeah.
That
And then
Motorola.
we
thing.
managed to get a hold of the one ook, and he was like, "Oh, we're ready on the pass." Fuck it. And then they came back to come and fetch us, me and my brother.
But now you must first picture how this venue looked. It was an old movie theater.
Yeah.
When you walk in, you've got sort of the kiosk here, and everything still had the carpets on the walls and the floors. It was just like, it was just one of those very fancy entry
Sounds
points.
like a pen.
And then you walk into the area where the chairs used to be, and it was taken all out, and you've got this massive dance floor with this balcony going around.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And you
Yes.
had the stage in front.
Yes.
It was a massive place, and it was such a nice venue.
that
was
must
great.
be so nice.
Now today's a church.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
The whole community had a problem with sound, the music and stuff.
Jacques.
Jacques.
You know, when I had to put his name down on the thing, I went Jack Hughes. It's only way.
Jacques name on the.
It's a colored thing, you know, Jack is.
Jack. Yeah. So what I did So
I'm using that. I'm keeping that.
Jacques said he's
Mega's good. You know my friend called Jacques? Jacques Hughes.
Yeah.
I'm going to Jacques Hughes now.
Yeah, Jacques, you said.
What is he going to accuse
said
me
that-
of now?
You mentioned that you set up the sound in that venue.
Yeah, I mean, that stage, I worked with Vincent van Rooyen. I don't know if anybody know who that is.
No.
He was the best harmonica player in the world. And he was South African, old guy. I worked for him at Abit Music and Audio Hire. His son is still into sound engineering called Vance van Rooyen. His sister, Vanessa, she's a singer.
Okay.
Very good singer as well, and she does quite a bit of shows nowadays. And with her husband, that's a guitarist, brilliant guitarist. Asked me now for his name, can't come on the name now. And anyway, that whole sound system was put in by Abit Music and Audio. It was put in by Raoul Houtman and the Van Rooyens, and I was also sort of helping there and there with certain things and stuff. But it was that in those days you could still get venues like that because that was a stage when a lot of these big movie theaters closed down, and you had the spaces available.
Yes. Don't speak. I'm listening.
Where you go? Oh, the light.
Like you used to
Oh my God.
Sorry. I should say striking, but I forgot.
Why would you even put it? Holy shit, that's bright.
have you got sunglasses now?
No, not now.
Anyway,
Can't bounce it off the wall, maybe.
You can.
we will get used to it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Tonight when
yeah.
you sleep, you will see this white spots when you close your eyes, and you know why.
It sounds like the.
LED, it's
You
fine.
mean like the tinnitus when I go to sleep?
It's like when Alan does a sound. You know, you go and you hear,
No,
yeah, it's Alan.
fine.
Joking, no.
No, he's not
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, I've broken a lot of sorry to cut you.
A lot of eardrums. What?
No, a
lot of eyeballs.
Presenters, eyeballs, reflectors. Fuck you. Say your lines.
It's like my first time working with in-ear monitors.
Yes.
In-ear monitors is fun, but it's also
I
a problem.
fucked some like I
You fucked some ears.
I fucked some ears up in the beginning. Like the first few times trying to figure it out.
And you're like,
You're like thinking it's like you're pushing.
Yeah,
like,
because that's
you're thinking what you've got on the wedge is going to be fine for the in-ears. Nope.
It's a whole different ball.
Nope.
it's a complete different ball game, yeah.
But then recently I realized that a lot of the older guys are using in-ears now and they're all deaf as shit
What
anyway.
is your opinion? Do you still prefer old analog on stage or going digital today?
I'm mixed. I'll be honest with you. Like, it's a lot of it's with the venue. Like if I had the right system, for example, where I'm now, if I had the system, the right system that I wanted, and I had like the 20-channel Soundcraft desk with some outboard gear, that place would be hands down one of the best places in the city.
Yeah.
But then if you look at other places where things have moved to, where you can do, with analog there's limitations.
There is.
Especially when it comes to like some of the things that we have to do with like tuning the PA and stuff like that, and ringing out monitors and stuff. You can't do that on an analog system without outboard graphic EQs, and that becomes a whole new challenge because extra things.
It's like having more than one mixing
like
station that's doing certain things.
Question though.
no.
Does the monitoring in
Yeah.
ear or on the wedge have to accompany the front of house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, a lot of times, your channel EQ will impact your front of house and your monitor. So if there's a vocal that you've EQ'd like in one way for the monitor, if you change any of that EQ, not the graphic EQ feedback stuff, but like the general EQ and any dynamic stuff that you put on, that's going to impact the wedge monitor as well as the front of house.
Yeah.
But also the bleed from the monitor has to be used in accompanying with the front of house.
Yes,
Because the monitors are going to be very loud.
Explain the bleed.
So basically,
people who are listening.
a stage monitor is a speaker that faces the people on the stage, and people on the stage are always deaf. Not always deaf, but there's a lot of other crap happening behind them. So you have to.
Now they forget that the sound on stage is so overpowering you can't hear yourself breathing.
Yeah. So a lot of times the sound on the stage, especially for the people that are closer to the front of the stage, are going to hear that louder than they are going to hear the speakers. So you have to kind of blend the two to work together.
Yeah, got you.
So
Alright.
so it's a weird like cat and mouse thing where you're juggling monitors and front of house at the same time.
As you said, the venue is got a great deal to do with it. I mean, I take like the venue we use for Met of Africa and Vibrant Lounge. Because it's such a big venue, you tend to have your sound so loud on stage that basically your speakers in front is just basically used for voice.
Yes.
And you need to bring the rest quite down on your mixing desk
Yes.
because it's so loud actually on stage in the venue.
Yeah.
And
Especially a smaller venue, right?
yeah,
No, this is a big
This is a
venue.
big venue, but now
Not
you
a
see
big
with big venues, you've got problem where if you don't have a lot of dampening and insulation, your sound bounces off
Yeah.
walls
Yes.
and ceilings and stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes it so much more difficult for a sound engineer to work like that because it's so important now because now
and-
if a guy fiddles on a stage with his amps,
Then you fuck.
he fucks up the sound completely
Yes.
and,
then
the poor
also
sound
it's,
engineer
the height
battles.
of the stage.
So
The
now-
the stage is too high,
Yes.
and it's a big venue. You fucked. If the
Yes,
stage is
The sound goes
just
over.
high enough
Yeah.
that you're above the crowd, but not too far above the crowd, it's everyone in the first 3 rows sucks up all the monitors.
Okay.
Then you're fucking golden.
Yes.
And that happens.
So I have a question now for our,
No, there's no more questions.
For our
no,
listener
we're done with
people.
we're done with questions now.
That's all getting very technical.
Yeah. A question for the listener.
Oh my god, he's got questions for listeners,
A
guys.
question for the listener. Does it matter to you? Does
To us, to me.
to the listener, to the people in front,
Yes,
our
of
people.
course.
Yes, it
The
does.
people who are watching
it,
the
it
show,
does,
of
it
course.
does. It does
No,
because
I'm asking them, not you.
they're not gonna notice.
That's what I'm saying. Do
'Cause
they
we got
notice?
rid of
Does it really matter? Is our job that like are we being finicky about
No,
little
no.
bits of bullshit?
Think about
that,
this,
And the
think
crowd's going like, it's cool. I can hear. I got
No, no,
bass
no.
and shit. I'm cool. I'm fine.
Well, there's three different things to look at. Number one is if the band is happy on stage and they can hear everything they can hear. Doesn't matter how cucked the front of the house is. No matter what. Doesn't matter what the people in the front can hear. The band's having a party on stage. The crowd is having a party on stage.
Okay.
Number two,
Yeah.
the fucking sound on stage is cuck and the band can't hear shit.
Yes.
No matter how good the sound coming out the front is,
Front, yeah.
the crowd's going to complain and not be happy.
Yes.
These are two things.
Yes.
Number three
Yeah.
is, what was number three again? And inevitably, the people that are standing in the front, unless you've got a speaker that's in the middle,
Yes.
cleaning up that sound, the people that are standing in the front are going to hear the reverse of those monitors.
Yes.
So it's going to be like they're standing behind a speaker.
Yeah, they're hearing mud. Yeah.
They're going to hear mud.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about that mud
Yes. Yes.
without having a center speaker or adjusting the mud to clean it up a bit for them to hear this way and turning your speakers around so that it works together. So the mud gives you mid-range and the tops of the speakers gives you the rest.
Yeah, because you know why
It's
I
a whole
asked this
balancing
question is because I've you know been to plenty of concerts, been to whatever the case may be.
We call them shows
And
now.
I was like, but now you obviously you can see because what? Yeah. What?
Fuck you, Clint.
So you know, it's like, do we? I mean, obviously, you want your shit to work, and you want it to work perfectly. You do a lot of events, and you. But are we overcomplicating things sometimes
No.
when it comes to
Never.
these things?
No, but I think what Alan Moore explains is he's now taking the onion.
Yeah.
We look at the onion as a whole.
Yeah.
Alan look at the onion layer-wise. You know, layers. Pieces. And that's where the difference comes in between a sound engineer and a listener.
There we go. Yeah.
The listener, where the difference comes in. We want to hear the sound to sound as near as possible as
Sorry, carry on.
as possible as near as possible to sounding to a good hi-fi system.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's how I always listen
Yeah.
to sound.
Okay.
Now I'm a person that belongs to hi-fi clubs and stuff and things, and I've got analog at home, being converted, and I've always buying hi-fi stuff. My wife hates me for it,
Yeah.
and I'm always swapping, changing, and I'm into valve amps and shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't even let me
Power
go.
bill must be great.
Yeah, don't even go into that. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
horseshoe magnet isophone speakers. So I mean, for me, sound is very important. I want to, as I always say to a person, when I listen to a band on stage,
Yes.
I don't want to hear them.
Yeah.
I want to feel them.
There we go.
Yeah.
I want to feel them through my whole body. My body must vibrate from it.
Yes. Yes.
Then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because if it's like that, I know for a fact my ears is not going to sing at home.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't mix like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's too clinical. It's not warmth.
Here we go. warmth,
It's
yeah.
like listening
The
to a
warmth
LP. LP gives you a rounded sound.
Listen to a CD.
The CD gives you compartmentalized sound.
Here we go.
You know,
Yeah.
if people love music, like they want to say, I mean, I grew up in a house of music. My mother was a music teacher.
Oh, lovely.
Music teacher at school, and she was an organist. My father was a singer and used to dabble in choirs and opera and stuff. So I used to sing in choirs myself and I stayed fits and stuff.
Yeah.
So I grew up with music. Music it's always been a part of my life. And strange enough, I don't only just listen to metal.
Yeah.
I listen to everything.
I love. Oh, which was a conversation that I also want.
I mean,
to have again. You know,
yeah.
sorry again. You know,
Sorry.
People. I think a lot, not everyone, a lot of people sort of just they circle themselves into one, and we all go through that phase like, oh, today I'm a thingy and today I'm listening to that, whatever. But I think in the general, a lot of people tend to do this thing where like this is all I listen to and I don't want to hear, or I don't want to notice.
You would be surprised how many metalheads don't just listen to metal.
I know, this is what I this
But
is
then-
kind of
you'll also be surprised how much metalheads is there that love certain metal bands and everything else is cock. So I mean that
It's like
gets politically involved in musically politically involved in fights almost. This guy
remember
will
the
go on
Black-
and say Slayer is the best, and the other guy will say no, they suck eggs. Metallica, and then this one, no, you're all listening to Poof. You must listen to flip and black metal.
Jeez, man.
Listen to something like
it's true.
Dark Fortress or
yeah.
you know, I love black metal, and it's seen as the most heaviest metal that there is. But there is
Got black in the
heavier
word.
black metal. I mean, yeah. It's, I mean, I even like a band like Gatulaks. It's a. I mean, the guy just stand on stage and go. That's all he does.
Do you know what he's saying?
No, he's not saying anything. He's
he's
just making sounds.
Sounds.
It's like
Okay.
pig squealing.
And they're playing instruments very well, and they call Gartulaks, and they basically, and every show then you check flipping toilets going over the crowd and flipping toilet rolls flying, and you think to yourself the first time you look at it like, what's this crap? And then you start listening and you think to yourself, I would actually enjoy this.
Yes.
I would love being there.
If you were 20.
No, I'll still do
Now,
it.
yeah.
I mean, it's not that I'm now like don't enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I still go and enjoy and
Yes, you're still in
but
there.
I'm not gonna do something stupid. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm already sitting with a vertebrae that's cracked into pieces that needs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
so-
Oh shit! You got a vertebrae.
no,
problem.
IOD that gone south.
Ouch.
And a hip situation, but I mean, this is all the
Asshole,
thing.
what?
That's why I get injections for the pain sometimes. But I mean, is that going to stop me? No, not a chance. Patrick joked the other day. I said to him, you know, we're getting old for Metal for Africa. We'd love to get to the point where people can take over from us. And I said to him, I see myself at the end of the day running around with a Zimmer frame. Because I will get bored within a month and like,
Oh, no,
fuck,
you're
and I will
gonna be
be back.
you're gonna be the Ozzy Osbourne of everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that dude literally fucking cripples onto stage, and once
Yeah.
once he's behind the microphone, it's like he's a kid again.
Yeah.
Man, that man is in his 70s and his voice is still solid as shit.
Yep. I mean, the amount of effects that engineer has to put on his voice. I saw a thing on like how they mix his voice live.
He's got very
It's
unique
a
voice,
lot,
and I
it's
mean,
a lot of things
and,
to make his
and,
voice work perfectly.
and I mean, his memory is going a bit as well. He's battling with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have to have a screen in front of him when he does stereo recordings.
Just to reiterate, so if you just join us, join today by Metal for Africa, Jacques.
Jacques
All of her.
Jacques Olivier.
Just have to, Metal for Africa, go check it out. I'm sure you got pages and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Jack
we're on
you.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yes.
We've got a Google page. We're all over the place. We've got
M4A, Metal for Africa.
we've got 2 shows a year. We've got a Summerfest and a Winterfest.
Oh, really? You got festivals?
Yeah, they got dude,
From
they are big.
from 2012 already. We basically 2016 we've been doing this.
What's the biggest turnout you guys had so far?
Well, it's difficult to tell. I mean, we can, like us always, we can guarantee 120%. There will always be 350 people.
Yeah.
But our heads is like plus minus 500, 600.
Yeah, it used to always
700
feel
around
like-
there.
Is this purely for the hardcore head or just for like anybody?
Everybody,
Everybody.
everybody that's into heavy metal, but you must understand also, Metal for Africa promotes only metal from South Africa
Okay.
and Africa.
Yeah.
We don't touch the European market. European market is for ours with big pockets.
Yes. There we go.
We don't have big pockets.
Yeah.
Me and Patrick Davidson, we two guys that loves metal, and we put shows together. We're not the events company, so
Yeah.
there's not a massive bank account.
Yes.
We've built a relationship with people that we can do deals with,
No,
that
basically-
trust us, that knows
And
we
basically
will
they
deliver.
do it for the love of metal.
I mean, I don't get salary out of it. Neither do Patrick. We do it for the love
They
of
make
the
no
music.
money out of it.
Same like
And
our
that's why it
podcast.
survived.
No, just like our podcast. KWV, if you're watching.
No, but that's awesome. I like that. And you know, for us,
And it's not just the music we try and give to the people. I mean, the nowadays Metal for Africa, we incorporated with a market as well.
Yeah.
So we're selling the sort of stuff that the metal community enjoy and like.
Yeah.
There's stalls selling that. People, I mean, one of our big traders, I mean, there's traders that's been with us from the beginning, like the Hart Bozama. I mean, the mum is 85. She's still on our shows selling it, 85. We've got Sherian, we've got Max from Zargov. Sherian is from Celtic Craft, that's been with us for years and supporting us and been involved. And we've got so many. You know what's actually strange? Not strange. That's wonderful about the medical community. We're so close knit. We're like a bunch of friends.
yes.
If you see each other, it's like everybody likes each other. There is sometimes rifts, but one thing. Since Metal for Africa started till now, that's a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's a
Not
long couple of years.
one fight ever.
Ah, lies, man.
No,
Besides the mosh
it's
pit.
facts.
It's fact.
No, there was
No fight. No
mosh pit?
there was one time when a girl broke her leg in the mosh pit.
No, but I'm not talking mosh pit
But,
incidents.
she got taken out real quick.
Yes.
Like she got
No,
sorted
I
out
mean we're
real quick.
very serious. I mean when it comes to,
No,
to
but
our
because
events,
I-
we have always. I mean the Metal for Africa now has got a medic with an ambulance on the event,
There we
standing
go.
there the whole night.
Yeah.
We have got a generator on backup if there's electricity problems.
Yes.
We've got 6 securities on site. We've
Yes.
got 2 car guards.
Yes.
We've got an emergency evacuation team that's between us. That if something happens, we can evacuate like, and it's done. It's immediately. I'm one of them.
Is your events one day or?
It's a one-day event.
One day
It's a bip on, and we sort it out. If somebody hurts himself, immediately bip is on. We create
Yes.
a safe space
Yes.
that the medic can do his work.
Because obviously, like with any party, it can get wild.
Yeah,
You-
I mean, somebody headbangs in front of us. Like, "Goop, there goes a monitor and it's open."
Unfortunately, yeah.
A guy dislocated his leg, his knee already. That has happened. I mean, this is the injuries that does come with it. We do everything that is supposed to be done. I mean, for using a live venue like a nightclub venue like Vibe and Lounge, you only need a medical box. That's all what
Here
the
we go.
law states.
Yes, yes.
We take it 200% further. We put
No, you
ambulance outside.
have to. I mean, the amount of people that come.
I'd
into-
rather do it on international standard
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be over-prepared than being under-prepared.
And the metal scene is not like I read a paper on it when I was doing my
Yeah.
thesis. Psychology.
Yeah.
It was the psychological effects of heavy metal and death metal.
Yeah.
And it was basically the reason why there's no fights and all that sort of stuff, and the mosh pits are so rough. But mostly that is it's a way to push out your anger and all of that stuff in a safe environment.
Yeah, I mean,
and everyone's just there for one thing and one thing only, regardless of color, race, religion, where the fuck you creed, whatever the fuck it is. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's about one thing and one thing only.
I mean, we've got a motto: friendship and then metal.
There are always a bunch of pussies anyway, but that's.
I mean, every.
for the most. No, there are. Dude, you know there are. There's always going to be a.
There's always going to be a.
There's always going to be
purport.
some
I
pussies.
guarantee.
But I mean, we have
Guaranteed.
got. We believe in rather cool the situation, sort him out, talk to him, and get
Yes.
him back to enjoy himself.
Yes.
And I mean, we don't have a bouncer. Oh, you want to short the goof cup club and there you go. No.
Yeah.
We don't believe in that.
Yes.
I mean, for me personally, I'm a person that has.
Diffuse.
No, diffuse is the right word.
Yeah,
I mean, me
diffuse.
personally, I'm a person that. I mean, there's a misconception that people think everybody goes to metal events as the people that's all got mental issues.
I
No.
mean,
There is a few. I'm one. I mean, for me, metal music calms me. It
Yeah.
makes me relaxed.
Correct.
I have got the normal shit. Everybody got depression, anxiety, bipolar, from the name it, PTSD. I've got it.
Yeah.
I don't use medication, and I know how to control it. The
This
thing
is
is
the
for
beauty.
me.
You speak like that. That's the. I will say that is the beauty of music.
That it,
Or
it
sound,
cures it.
rather. You know, not doesn't have to be music. It has, it could be sound, where it will take you to either a relaxed state or to another.
It depends who you are. For me, it makes me completely relaxed because I can get rid of my frustration. I'm into this heavy music.
Yes, there we go.
And I feel invigorated
Yes.
afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not everybody's. It's not for everyone. I do
Yeah.
understand that.
Not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
You had it.
The other
and
person
you
would
had
go
it,
and
and
listen
then
to
you
some
put it
risk.
Keep listening, Carl.
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Some,
Real shit. Yeah.
some.
Down.
listen.
Somehow, I don't know.
No, it's cool, man. Let it sort it out.
Oh, he's saying like, because I'm black.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean,
This looks like we should have like a fire, fire flickering and shit.
yeah. But I mean that's the beauty of heavy metal and the scene. And I mean there's also a lot of misconceptions. I mean a lot of people still think, oh, stay away.
Yes.
In every music genre there's
Satan.
there's
Yes.
good and there's bad.
Correct. I will.
I mean I will
100%
find it
agree
in
with
every
you.
music scene there is.
Yes.
The thing is you don't go and look for it.
Yes.
And if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Cheers, woman.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, lekker man.
And don't go
conversation.
look for
Thank you,
it.
KWV.
I mean,
So, I don't know if there's any kind of question or anybody wants to know something about metal scene, either felt uncomfortable perhaps going to a metal scene. Maybe
I
let
wanna
us
say-
know in the
Sandy.
comments.
before they ask that question, I just want to say one thing. What makes it so nice for me is I know so many people that's not metal people as such that came to metal shows. I'm talking to our shows. I cannot talk for other shows. I can only talk for my own. And where they came to me afterwards and said, geez, when I saw the people, I was like, whoa, yo.
Yeah.
And within a half an hour, I never felt so at home.
Yes.
And everybody speaking to me, I feel at ease. The music is a bit heavy, but yeah, it
feel
was such a
good.
lekker
You
crowd.
feel good.
Yeah.
And
It's the same thing I told
and it's the
Alan.
same by you, Alan, as well. I mean, that you get that warmth
Yeah.
that you sometimes don't get. You get it at 80 joules as well.
Yes.
Langarm joules as well. It depends what you like. I mean, I've been to langarm joules, but I don't langarm and interferes with my drinking time. I'd rather sit. My wife is a very good dancer. Unfortunately, my wife today cannot anymore due to a massive bike accident. My wife is in a wheelchair.
No.
For now.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
she's
She's gonna be back up and kicking ass like she
yeah,
used to
this
do.
now it happened 3 years back. So yeah, she's battling and fighting it,
Yeah.
and things is becoming a bit better. But it's not something that's ever going to heal. The leg, a leg is damaged.
Oh.
So it's a lot of rehabilitation. A lot.
She'd be like House with the walking stick.
No, not really.
Both people.
She had to make a decision now recently that if they're gonna keep the leg or not. And she said, no, I'll keep the leg. I'm in for treatment and let's work with this. She's at the pain clinic at the moment, the physio and stuff. And if that doesn't work and get to the point my leg completely bombs, it's still on the rack. But don't be hasty. I mean, she's a fighter.
There we go. We love that.
No, that's
She's-
right.
that.
She's an example.
Yours.
She's an inspiration for me.
Yes.
Where I've sometimes gives up quite easily. And she's the one that says always for me, Jacques,
I mean, you two were like
try it from this way around.
you two were
You're battling like this, try it this way.
they were like the mainstay couple of the metal scene. Dude, like literally, like they were like all the shows. They would come and support. Like when I started at Raw, like I struggled to get, because I didn't really know metal at the time. Like I knew metal, but I didn't know how to mix metal properly. And I struggled, and there was some learning curves and whatever. But like him and his wife, like they were there,
Yeah.
like almost from the get go, like because they used to come to pretty much almost every single show.
I'm still trying to come to every show, but money's
It's
always
harder.
a problem.
But they used to come to like almost every single show.
and
And just
now, that
yeah,
stage.
back in the raw days. Yeah.
but I still do.
And even
do every show.
when I moved to Trench,
always
like
there.
they were still there until and like still like just supporting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't like it to. I mean, I am now that position where I come to a door, people want to let me in for free.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I still prefer to pay because I know the money goes towards the bands.
Exactly.
And I mean, the bit of money they get by the door is literally not even paying for a packet of guitar strings.
It's not even paying for
and a
band
toffee.
practice.
Thanks,
Thanks, Sandy.
Thanks, man.
Sandy,
and-
you are light and alive.
And it's hard. It's sometimes, you know. I mean, I remember when Nita just had the accident. The metal community came together,
Yeah.
and they had a benefit concert for her.
Yes.
And all the money went towards my wife to pay for physio. Yeah. And she got quite a couple of thousand, and she used that all for physio. Unfortunately, the leg went south, and they had to do other operation again
Yes.
because the bone started dying.
Yeah.
But now she's back at physio again. Luckily, after fighting, fucking state hospitals don't even go into that.
Yeah.
She's got herself in. I got her in for physio with a leg at Tygerberg.
Oh, lovely. That's a good
With
hospital.
it's actually more towards the Stellenbosch side hospital where they do the training.
Who the fuck
It's
is
not that-
Avi?
Avi.
Um,
Avi's a trance DJ.
Oh,
and
fuck Avi.
yeah, it's
We're lying. We love you, Avi.
I mean, we go to. The only difference now is, I mean, we used to have the Karoo Metal Festivals as well.
Yes.
And we used to go up there. I mean, we can't do the tent anything
Yes.
anymore due to a leg, so we do the bungalow thing now.
yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, that's another venue that doesn't
But
exist
isn't that's
anymore.
nicer though? Isn't
Oh,
it?
shit.
Bungalow so much nicer.
It is, but it's more expensive.
A lot more. But like,
Bro,
let me tell you.
I told you my tent story, right?
Yeah, you told me
Don't
the
talk
last
about
festival.
things.
you
No,
had
no,
to do.
dude. No,
Yeah.
dude. So I got booked on this like proper hippie thing. The Spirit Festival thing, right? So it's like those fucking proper like hippie thingy things, yoga and all that cack, right? So I bring a tent. So I was gonna tell you now. Shh.
Which venue
wait,
is
wait,
that?
Tony. No, this is he's talking about the with the bungalow thing.
Yeah.
Wait, Tony, which one? Tony, use your words, buddy. We the lady on the chat. Use your words, Tony. But now, so I get there. I didn't have time to set up my tent properly. Set up my tent later on. But like, I think I like
drunk state,
the tent parts were all wrong. I had to blow up mattress. Set up the tent. Next thing I know, it's like I'm there in the fucking main tent doing sound. Fucking rain's coming down.
Yeah.
I haven't brought the cooler box in, and I haven't brought my fucking shit with my fucking bedding and my clothes in. Bro, just it's a farm. So it's a farm. It's a farm. The Karoo Metal.
Yeah,
Oh, it
the
was
Karoo
VM.
Metal Festival was
It was
at the
VM.
Karoo Metal. It was at Marius's place, the Karoo Karoo, what you call it?
It was it was a farm. Though, wasn't
The
it?
saloon band. What the hell? Now I can't come on a
Oh,
name.
fucking yeah.
Karoo Saloon.
Yeah, Karoo
It was
Saloon.
the Karoo Saloon. It was an awesome venue. I mean, what made it so nice is he wanted metal there as well. So it was. That is how I like to do business, where you and the venue owner can sit together and you do something together,
Yes.
and out of that something blooms. That was the Karoo Metal Festival, and it was lekker. It was a sleepover, and it was a small. It was like 150, 200 people.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, but unfortunately another venue is closed.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. But don't talk. You talk about tents. I know stories about
Oh
tents.
no, I ended up.
We won bike rally. We were at a tent, and
Oh, we can tell them about our bike rally.
Oh God.
no,
fuck
actually, after that one, we actually went camping somewhere, and it was me, my wife, and my daughter Judith. And so my mom and Judith were sleeping this side on a double, and I'm sleeping on a single blow up.
that. Yeah.
And they started
Ow.
laughing, but my one had a leak in it.
Yes.
So now I sleep, and on every half an hour we hear pump it up, and I sleep,
like,
and
why
then
you-
half an hour, and then
Are you pumping?
The
Wait,
whole
I
night.
got the wiki very confused there.
Are you
Yeah.
pumping? Are you pumping?
No,
or are you
no.
pumping?
Yeah, you
no,
pumping
no.
or you pumping?
daughter, my wife is right opposite me in the same tent.
Yeah.
Tracking radio pumping.
I was like, are you pumping or you
Pumping.
pumping.
No,
Pronunciation got screwed up there. Yeah. But anyway, I'm Afrikaans, man. Sorry.
No, we love Afrikaans.
Wait, you Afrikaans? Holy shit.
Well, he's Namibian. I mean, fuck, I
never
don't have
knew
any answers for him. So,
Bike scenes. I remember there's one bike rally we went to. That was it was a story. Now, let me first tell when we used to go to bike rallies when I was still on a bike. I was an easy rider.
okay.
And the thing was
Joke!
And when we used to drink, when we get to a certain stage, me and my wife, we get difficult with each other. So we learn, we get to that stage, you go that way, I go that way, we meet up at the end of the...
Shit's gonna go down.
So now my wife is spying on me because she knows I'm going to make cuck.
Yeah.
So I said I'm going to go sleep. So I didn't go to sleep, I'm going to check the strip shows. So I'm off to the strip shows. Now I'm standing there, no Frisbee in front of me, say Hells Angel, no Frisbee is
Would this have
standing...
been a Buffalo rally, possibly?
No, it was a Springbok rally.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
So now, a Frisbee standing with a Frisbee and he's now busy going skyf.
Yeah.
And me and him is enjoying a doobie. Now, Nita's standing on the side. I don't even know she's standing there. She told me the story. And so now, you know, when you get drunk and you stand forward and you start walking backwards because,
the one,
And then he's like, hey, Jacques, where you? And then I go to Frisbee and we take it and we go on. And so it goes on. Until the one time Nita said, now I had enough, and she puts her foot out. Yes, so I'm going back, gung, 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 and I fall and I fell myself in my mood on the one side. Now she's obviously laughing, but now she's leaving me. So now I'm pissed off. Now I'm stand up. Now I'm going to go to the tent. Yeah, bro, man, I'm drunk. There's a mood of a trailer that had the mattresses standing outside the tent. I walked this thing center, my bro.
Wait, did you stand on the tent? Was the tent standing?
Yeah, it was a big marquee tent. So I'm walking straight into this thing. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Out. Okay.
And I'm cucking this thing out. What the fucking...
Yeah.
Anyway, so now... the party area is at the top and there's a ravine going down like this and there's steps in the middle here. I missed the steps, by the way.
Yes.
Of course you did.
I walk a Hawks Dome tent, center, in its boer, right over the tent, whoop, and I'm down this ravine. Now Nita is sitting with a bunch of women on the stairs watching me. Now I'm going on all fours down this hill, but my arms are slower than my legs. And so every 5 steps I'm taking a mouthful of gravel, and I'm going down, dup, 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 until I get to the bottom. Now Nita and them is plastering themselves laughing at me. So now she zips the tent up, so I get to the tent. Now
You can't get it.
around and around.
She did it on purpose.
Exactly. So then she goes and zips it open. So I go like, huh? Here's nothing, and I'm like, into the tent. So now typical me, I go lay on the mattress and I take everything over me.
What the fuck are you doing, Carl?
No, but that's the story.
Are you translating it to Japanese?
I will literally explain this after now.
Oh my gosh, Carl's
Anyway,
doing some science.
so I'm in the tent on hers, on both mattresses, and I'm flipping taking over. So she got into the tent, she's pissed off. So now she pushes me off, and she's on her side and sleeping. And now I'm standing in the tent. And now Nita is getting angry with me. So now she turns me around, she shoves my head out of the tent, and she zips it down to my neck. I wake up the next morning, and now you must remember it's Oudtshoorn. It's under 0. Eh? And what you call a dough enough? What do you call dough in English? Dew. The dew stalactites was hanging from my nose and my mouth to the grass, past off my head, full of ice,
and
outside the tent.
Of course at the bottom.
Yeah, the next morning, I was miffy. Now she cucks me. I said, you know what, you done that? I'm like, I don't know anything, bugger off. So
You married me. I don't know what I did.
I mean, but yes, that I will never forget. The next morning, the next day I was useless. I mean, you couldn't get anything out of me. But I mean, I was used to do that kind of crap.
How old were you when this cuck happened?
I was in my 30s, 40s. I was not young. I mean, I done the most simplest, stupid. I mean, I went to bike rallies where you get to that gate, and I'm so sloshed. I forget to put my side stand on, and I sit on the bike and just go, and they drag me to my tent.
What?
Yeah. When you used to go and you'd party so heavy, we were in Vastaren's River Mouth, it was a midnight rally.
Yeah.
And you are drunk, you are not standing anymore, you're crawling.
Yeah.
And you get to that white tarpaulins that make the sort of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can crawl underneath, you can crawl around. Yes. No, I have to crawl over. Now you hang here and you're screaming for the whole world. Help,
Hey,
help.
Carl, while you're there, you should probably get some more ice out the bottom of the freezer.
Yeah, we need more ice, but while.
Oh shit, there's light now.
Hey?
I was liking the fire.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Your Jesus. Just excuse Carl. He's making disco. Nope. That's terrible, Carl.
Because
Carl-
Adam lost the.
Will to live after that lighting situation you just did.
No, because.
No, that's terrible.
Adam lost my stands.
No, it's in the thing, bro.
So I don't have anything to work
Bro,
with
do you
here.
understand that there's a whole light on a stand in the back?
That's not a stand. I'm talking about the other stands, man, Alan. Anyway.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Carl.
fuck me, it's even worse. But it's fine.
Now we really look like a bunch of gorillas in the mist.
Yeah, gorillas in the mist.
Carl, you mean this stand?
No, that's not a stand.
It is a
It's like a blue bag, man.
No, it's this bag. Carl.
Maybe it's at the house, my house.
No, but this is also a stand, bro.
Oh, I don't know. Fuck it, give me some tape and that thing.
Carl, what's tape?
There's a ladder. Put it on a ladder.
Oh no, wait,
Nah,
Carl, this
to-
is for camera. It's not for that. No.
Oh, fuck it. He's right. I like it.
No, no, but-
I'm back. Now we left you alone. You must talk to the people.
No, you stupid.
Open it and you gooi it on
Yeah,
the stand
exactly.
there.
No.
Hey, Carl.
Hey.
How about you just plug this into something?
No, man.
No, we've got a plan.
It's a
Gooi
light
it.
on a stand.
Oh, it's a light on the stand. How the fuck did that happen?
Because I'm clever, Carl.
No, Alan's catching.
You see this cuck here? We've only got 10 minutes left of this fucking adventure.
Give me that.
What do we give you that?
No, I'm saying give me that, and then you go sit there. Don't leave our guest alone.
Oh yeah, I'll guess, yeah.
Don't worry. Oh, there goes another. Oh.
You
Yeah.
know, you speak like that, and you it's gonna go dark for like. What, I don't-
We're gonna go very dark for a second. Carl's fucking the lights up really bad because Carl's terrible lighting guy.
What do you mean? I'm a fucking.
This is why Carl doesn't get
Now, you see that? Beautiful.
Yeah, can you just stay right there, Carl? The lights are great, everybody. Carl, just stay there, Carl.
Keep him there.
What dark? We're gonna go.
We're gonna go dark now.
Oh, I can't see shit.
Alan lost this one.
Whatever happened? Oh, don't touch me there, bro. Okay, Jacques.
No, it's not right yet.
Oh shit. Sorry, everybody. Nothing happened. You didn't see anything. Oh, look there. Now the lights are better.
Perfect.
Good job, Carl.
No,
Good.
right?
Yeah, no,
Perfect.
good.
Don't move it. Don't
Hey,
move it.
good,
I
Carl,
have to.
Carl, what about the ice?
No, leave
Darker
it.
than you.
So listen here, we got 3 minutes
I'm
left.
never.
Maybe the ice.
Shit.
Carl,
Fuck me.
where's
Fuck,
the-
I'm good.
where's the
Jesus Christ, I'm like a fucking genius at this shit. Hold up.
Where's the ice there?
Oh, yeah, ice is coming. Now, where
Your
we
son
are,
can
where
go
we
eat a giant bag
are.
of dicks.
Now, oh yeah, wait.
His son is in Durban on a holiday.
Yeah.
Because it's his birthday.
He's probably in tune, but he doesn't want to say anything.
His
and
feet,
he's an
guys,
asshole.
no, not even. And he's probably got another picture of his feet again for his OnlyFans account. Oh, he's like a liar.
Oh, he's not gonna make any money there.
Well, I don't know.
Yes, he's not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
make
I've
any
told
money.
enough of my history. I've been.
Ow.
What it boils down to is I've been a very raucous, naughty bliksem when I was younger.
Hey,
But I
bro.
still am. I'm always the one that's
Alan,
making
there's
cock.
no lift.
And
Sorry, everybody.
I
there's
like
some
to.
left.
I'm not a. How can you say it? This is gonna sound probably stupid. But I'm a person that enjoys fun and excitement.
Yes.
I'm not.
Here we go.
I'm definitely don't act my age. And that's why I feel more comfortable with people that is way younger than me. That's in
If
their
I can get
20s,
old-
30s.
Yes.
And be
No,
like
you're
Jacques.
Right. You're very right.
Then I will be happy.
Because I mean,
I am
I
45, so
can
I'm
have
old
the
already.
most greatest conversations and things and stuff with people that's way younger than me. People at my same age is very boring. And
So boring, dude.
yeah, I know some. I have a friend that very good friend of mine that's not in Cape Town anymore.
Bunch must help.
I mean, that was actually quite funny. He helped the one time Metal for Africa for the security at the States that nobody
Yes.
goes in at the back that shouldn't belong there. And he had a, what you call it, a heart, wat in Afrikaans,
Pacemaker.
hartomleiding, wat noem je het in die Engels?
Pacemaker.
When they do the third or fourth
Oh, bypass. Bypass.
bypass,
bypass,
yeah. But the five one, the big one.
Yes.
So he was standing by the stage, Odeon, and
Odeon.
the band Overthrust was playing.
Oh, jeez.
And this guy had an onslaught on the drum side. But the beat on that specific song was very near to your heartbeat. And I hear Dion is going mad over the radio, and I'm going to him. He said, "But I need to go outside. My heart's fucked." And I'm like, "What the hell?" And he looks like white in his face. So I'm taking him outside, and his heart pace got confused from the bass beat.
Yeah.
That it's so that his heart's going do. He doesn't know what it's doing.
Yes.
We had to take him. We had to sit him down, and the medic look at him. And I mean, that just goes to show how the rhythm of music influence a person's body.
Correct.
And I never realized that Dion says, "Yo, I didn't know it will ever do something like that." And I said to him, "Yes, just shows you." And how music influences you. I mean, your whole body feels it.
There was an Indian, not torture, but like
How young are you? I'm 56.
when not the Indians, the American, what are they called back in, anyway, those assholes, they would do this thing where they like fuck you in the ground, and then they would drum this same rhythm over days, and then your heart would start beating to that rhythm, and then start slowing it down, and then stop it, and you
off
in your bus.
Yeah.
In your old bus.
It's strange how it influences you. That is why certain music and songs people get like so much, because of certain rhythms and feelings into it that your onderbewustzijn catches up. That's why you end up singing the same shitty thing all over, because it vastgehakt in your brain. You know, like some of the stupid songs. And you're like, yeah, why am I still singing this thing? But then you realize, but wait, there was something in that song that your body liked.
Jacques, just call took a sniff. Don't take a sip.
That's how it should taste. A varkdop.
A varkdop. Avi, it's past your bedtime,
it's one of those doubles. It's like the old glass.
I was in his 30s.
It's like this with a this. That's what it is.
It's very strange. Like sometimes you, and it's no disrespect, because there is a part of the younger generation that truly appreciates music for what it is. And and I look, for me, I'm a very difficult person when it comes to that. When I go like, we listen.
You need to
but we, and you go like, yeah, sure. But this is your era, and obviously this is your era, and it's your movement, and it's yours, and I can't take that away from anyone.
No.
Because no one took it away from me when I was that age.
But our old timers are coming back, like the fucking old Wu-Tang shit. That should come back.
The funny
take the 80s music. All the 80s music are being used in a lot of hip hop and stuff.
hip hop is a sample genre. I'm not.
I mean, but the 80s music lent itself to it. You can't do the 70s or 60s music.
Yes.
You can't. Yeah. The 80s music is sort of in it. I still like a lot of 80s bands. Don't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably going to say now, like, everybody's going to like, duh. Obviously, I like Depeche Mode. But, I mean, I also like bands like Echo and the Bunnymen. And I enjoy Heaven 17. Echo and the Bunnymen. And I like the Yazoo and things like that. And
Bread.
Bread was nice, but that's too.
Nice.
That's not one of my favorites.
Yeah? You like bread?
I do like bread.
I like fucking. I like the Moody Blues. I don't give a fuck about
I've actually got a big taste now, and I love the Russian music scene. I mean, okay, unfortunately now there are all that wars and shit going on there.
Yeah.
But I mean bands like like singers like Daria Stravovic and Nargis Sakharova and.
Who? No idea as well.
People, it's rock. It's rock bands.
It's rock bands.
Yeah, and I mean their music it's up there and it's heavy, and it's good. And when people come and visit with my house, I love playing music for people. And I love to play stuff.
Oh, he's one of those assholes that has a NAD amp. He probably has a NAD amp.
I've got a hotel.
He's probably.
I've got
he probably had a NAD amp at some point.
I had a 3225.
Yeah, I see him.
I had a Pioneer. I had.
I got a Yamaha amp.
I had a Valve amps. I had Steinhardt.
I got a digital Yamaha amp that he's fixing.
I'm at the moment.
I'm playing.
The Yamaha
amp.
I've at the moment got a Denon amp. and I've got 4 isophone speakers, and I've got a Sony double tape. I've got a Pioneer turntable. I've got a Sony radio. I've got a reel-to-reel.
Nah, lies. You lying. You lying to us.
Okay.
What will
Okay.
Okay.
8-track.
Yo. Listen
And
here,
they're all
boys
working
and girls.
perfectly. But what I wanted to say,
How
when
much
they come
tape do you have on how much tape do you have for that guy?
a lot. The whole thing is what I wanted to say and get to the point is,
probably-
normally when people come and visit me, I tend to end up playing music.
Yeah.
And I like to play stuff
You have an
that they
8-channel.
haven't heard before.
Wait,
Give
wait.
them an experience.
Especially on the sound system that you have.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you have an 8-channel reel to reel,
Yeah.
As fuck.
and I've got a band that I want to send through that reel to reel.
Oh, real?
No, like everything done, but I want to send the final through the reel to reel.
We'll talk business after this.
Yeah. But listen, we are a few minutes over. We can still talk Kak for a little bit longer until he's finished his brandy, which will take a while.
That Barry's been sitting there.
It's been sitting, eh? You should probably get some more ice.
I'm taking it slow. I must still drive back to Brackenfell.
Oh shit, Brackenfell?
Brackenfell, I'm on the
Can I
border.
ask,
But
how long did it
That's
take
like
for
the
beard,
hood.
or does it?
That's
or
like the
do you
north.
just
That's the
trim it?
northern hood.
I'm quite lucky in my hair. My hair grows very fast.
Yeah.
So my beard is a couple of years,
Oh, it's
and I
like
still want to
funky.
get it long. I want to get it as long that I can actually knot it to my bottom hair. But I mean, I want to grow it.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. So what you're saying is
I would say
is your
okay.
pubes or your pube hair is coming down here as well?
No, I'm joking.
You lie.
Talking about isophone speakers, that's isophones inside.
Oh, sis for yo.
And you wanted to see how the reel-to-reel looks. I
I
can
can't see.
show.
Okay, we'll add it.
We're
Yeah,
gonna show the people. We're gonna I'll put it on the get the picture up, then I'll show it to the people.
I can show you how it looks now. Let me just get it.
We're just getting through the titty pics, everybody.
Yeah,
give
I'm
us a
just going
second.
past the point. Nee.
The titty pics and the dick pics. Okay, so 8-channel reel to reel.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing that he has in his house.
Yeah,
So,
that-
he lives in
for-
Brackenfell. Anyone live out there? Just pay him a visit.
For basically for
I'm
anybody.
joking. Don't pay him a visit.
For anybody, basically for anybody who does
The fuck is
audio,
Yeah.
that is dick pics.
Sis for you. Maybe listen, guys. We're all old, yeah. And you remember that fucking? You remember those glass hi-fis that we used to have with the glass cover? That glass hi-fis.
Give me, and then I'll go. I'm
Yeah,
going to see what you are.
Those old ass glass hi-fis. Don't go closer on the camera.
Tell me, that way.
Yeah, there. Closer. Without the light, yeah. Those old ass glass hi-fis. This is 10 times better.
I've got a digital converter on there as well,
And
so
there's
that I
no
can
glass
play.
cover for that cuck.
No,
So.
that cuss
But
actually
you're
is.
talking about the
Yes, you.
with the magnet cabinet.
Yes, and it was all
You go
like.
so.
You had the record player on the
This-
top,
Yes.
There's
the
a
amp in the
speakers.
middle.
Now my wife built this cabinet.
No.
She was a carpenter for years. She worked at Meyer and Ferreira.
Not to be
Is that a
crass-
profession?
Not
Yeah,
to be
that's a
crass, but
profession.
you don't need legs to be a carpenter.
Hey.
You don't need legs or fingers to be a carpenter.
What?
She stopped working as a carpenter because her chest started packing up due to the
Ah.
amount of dust.
Fuck. So she wasn't using
And
cut for.
I mean, that's a Seligna wood cupboard that she made. She used to make what you call it, emboya and black wood furniture, solid wood furniture. That was a trade. She's very good at woodwork.
Oh yeah.
That's how you got a kid.
No. God.
Lekker, Ellen.
How do you know I was gonna make that joke?
Nowadays I've got a problem. She used Stay Soft in the washing, so
Classic. Clint, how's it, my bro?
But listen here.
yeah. Let me get out of you.
No. The fun part about this podcast is it's an hour long,
Yeah.
but it isn't an hour long.
Yeah, we can do it. You know why? We like Parliament. We own the channel.
No.
Yeah, the only difference between us and Parliament is We roughly start when we have to start, but we do the things we have to do during the time we have.
Yes.
We don't decide that it's time
I can
to...
always, if they want to, and if the people want to, I can always come for another.
Of course they
another
want. Of course they're
I've
there.
got tons of things I can tell me and how many events I've worked at.
Yes.
Ach, yeah, I mean,
You know what I
I've
like?
even worked at Lincoln Park when there was.
This
in
is
South
so
Africa.
natural though, right?
Hey, sorry?
This is so easy.
Yeah. You know what I like a lot about this conversation is that it brought, besides the memories and those and the bullshit we caught on in our youth, is that the fact that music in its whole, regardless of what your scene was, whether you were in some drum and bass scene, whether you in like whatever your scene, we all caught on the same cut. Now, what I'm trying to say is that why can't people just listen to music and appreciate it for what it is? The scene is different to what the music is. The music is one thing.
No,
The scene is a different.
why
The scene is where things get fucked
dude,
up.
that was the
scene
argument
is-
I had with my students. I was like, if you want to, because I was teaching live sound, I was like, if you want to do live sound and you want to do any kind of sound, it's not about what you like. You need to you need to be able to.
It's the same with a DJ.
You need to be able to appreciate
it's
where
what
it
the
comes
crowd wants.
from.
Yeah, what the
You need to
people
appreciate
want.
where it comes from and what it is.
What it is, yeah.
It's not about you.
Yeah.
It's especially DJ must know that if they play for parties,
Yeah.
you don't go play at a party to enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, you don't.
don't even get him. Don't even get him. Don't even
You-
get him. Started. Don't get him started on that fucking story.
I DJed for a little while at weddings and shit and stuff, and
Yeah.
I mean, you need to read your crowd. You need to play what they want.
Yeah.
So you do normally when you start DJ, you play a whole bunch of cock
Yeah.
to see what they react on and what they like.
And where, yeah.
And that's where you stick on.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what you stay with, and you mix it off with the stuff they don't like as much.
Avi's got a point. There's only
Um,
two genres of music: good music and bad music.
Yeah. It's true. I mean,
And German porno music,
It's a
Avi.
very, very,
I mean,
very
there
fair
is certain music that also that annoys me. I mean, I listen to it, but progressive jazz.
point. Yeah, too much.
I mean, it
Believe
sounds
me.
like a bunch of sick animals, and each one wants to try and outdo each other on his instrument.
Correct? No, believe. No. I 100% agree
I
with you.
listen to trance and stuff, some stuff as well, but some of the things I'm like thinking, geez, I'm definitely drinking the wrong stuff or smoking the wrong drugs. But I cannot certain stuff enjoy it. What makes me angry sometimes with music is when things is the same beat going on forever.
Yes, house music.
It needs to vary. There must be pose. There must be ups and downs. There must be
My
chorus
bad.
parts.
I love house
chorus parts. Otherwise, it gets.
I mean, luckily,
monotonous.
luckily, like the psytrance scene does that. Like the up and
Monotonous.
down.
That word.
Monotonous is a big problem.
That is why you will see at every Metal for Africa show, our stage would look different.
Yeah.
Our stalls will be at different places. Things will be changed. I always believe in when you walk into one of our shows, you must say, oh, it's the same thing, but
Yes.
it's different.
Yeah.
It must never like, oh, it's the same like last time.
Yeah.
No. You must always feel that something new. I mean, the last show, it was fucking hot. It was like 36. So I decided this mad idea.
36-year-olds, not
And
degrees.
I got an ice cream caravan there. Now, if you check the metalhead eat ice cream, he stands behind a tree and goes, I hope nobody sees
nobody
me.
sees
It's me. It was so funny. But it went down. Everybody loved it. The guy sold out.
Yes.
Should have had when we used to do food trucks. Should have had the hip hop ice cream truck.
Yeah, I had a track at my hip hop at my.
Dynamics in music is must. That, I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
agree. 200%.
And I don't
Don't share,
understand
Avi.
this thing where people decide that like food has to be a thing when it comes to the music. So
But I mean, that's my trade. I'm a chef for trade. I mean,
oh god, that was my other fucking thing I was trying to get
I
into.
love making food, and I
forgot
can.
about it.
I've got one of those God-given talents. I can cook well. I cook at home.
Yes.
My wife is also a very good cook, and my mom. My mom stays now with
I'm
me.
very
She's
good at cooking
85,
nuts.
and she's getting quite an experience now with all my music tastes and stuff.
Yes.
But she likes classical stuff, so I shocked her the other day, and I decided to play Septic Flesh.
Oh yeah?
And
Have you heard Sector Flash?
Yes.
and she's like,
know so.
she's like sitting like this, and then she's like, but except for the guys growling, the orchestral side
Yes.
does it for her. And then I got the other day and I played, what was that band? Mayhem.
Yeah.
It's done a song with Everett.
That's some
Howard.
old timey shit.
That's a black metal band, and they with a classical choir behind them and everything. Yes, but I mean that was something so different and awesome.
Yes.
And she enjoyed it. She said that's nice, but the thing that she can't handle
The vocals.
is she likes clean vocals. She likes good vocals. Growling, she starts to understand. She took listened to me the other day. I played a few documentaries about Lorna Shore.
Yeah.
And the guy, Will Ramos, the singer, was a guy that can growl like anything. And my mom was so interested in that, and she, to understand that he's not using his actual vocal cords, he's using his diaphragm and everything to sing the notes and stuff. They even shoved the camera down his throat to show what happens.
There was a whole thing.
It was amazing to see, and that people understand where growling comes from. Growling is not just a guy that can't sing. To growl, it's something you need to learn and do properly, otherwise you will fuck up your voice
It's
forever.
not just screaming.
It's not screaming. It's something. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like throat singing as well.
It's like in between a song, like when you think a guy just fucked his entire voice up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, how's it going?" Like
I mean, if a guy comes to me after his band sang and he was growling, and he, now we think he's growling wrong.
you fucked it up.
If
You
he
fucked
speaks
up.
to me normal, then you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to play your play fucking some Monomoth?
Yeah, no.
Because that's the border.
I
border.
played it at one where there's a one. I like to play the ones where it's live bands on the TV, and I go to my digital converter through my hi-fi. There's one where he's
We
in
call
a
it an
Viking.
AD. We call it an AD converter.
Yeah.
AD
Out of
or DA. No, digital to analog or analog to digital.
It was digital to analog for my hi-fi.
So then DA.
D8. And she
Science,
there's that
everybody,
one song where they actually in one of those Viking boats, and it was like a song, and I played that one, and it was amazing. Now, strange enough, while I talk about my mom, she's got such a good ear, and that's probably where I learned a lot of things in music. And I can immediately tell on the stage when a guitar string is out.
Yeah.
I can immediately tell when some guy is not in tune.
I can't for fuck.
I'm pitch
literally-
perfect as well.
Literally, I can't, like, I'm listening to, like, the whole band, like, and trying to, like, listen to the parts. This asshole comes up to me and he's like, "No, listen here.
Yeah.
That bass guitar is out, the bass is out of tune."
Yeah.
I'm like, how can you fucking hear that
You
shit?
play instruments.
I used to play drums a little bit.
Like, how can you hear?
No, but even no, but
No, in
that's
that cacophony of death metal where it's like fucking everything is fucking blasting his puss out, and he can go, okay, cool. That bass is out of tune.
It's what people
Just tell him
forget
just
when you
now that the
play
bass is
when
out
you
of tune.
play any instrument on overdrive and effects pedals, it enhances
yes, correct.
the problem that's on the
Correct.
guitar.
Yeah.
That's very
So if you're on one string out, that is so much more enhanced, and it normally comes out very clearly when it becomes solos or two, and then they start clashing because they're not tuned together.
I'm not listening to the tuning. I'm listening to the overall.
correct. Yeah, you're listening to
the final mix,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
final
I'm
mix.
listening to the
because
I'm listening to the other stuff.
the percussionist or the bass player or the whoever is playing the tune, that's not your problem. Your problem is to make it sound great.
Yeah.
No, my thing is to make it sound, to make it grab.
Yeah, to
And
make
then- and then Jacques come up to me and he's like, "Hey bro, like fucking the one guitar sounding out of tune or the other guitar sounding or the bass."
You
I'm
just
like,
called him Jacques. Hey, sorry.
yeah, that's what I call him.
Yeah, that's my real name.
That's what I call him. I call him Jacques.
You
I
gotta
call
get it
him,
right. But
Ja-
it's
He's
not
one of
your-
the few
I call
people
him
that
Jackie.
he's one of the few people that pronounce my name right when he says Jacques. Jacques.
Oh, okay, you did it, Alan. You did it.
And
Blame him.
and I mean that is.
And KWV for not supplying us.
But that is why I like Alan. Alan is one of the few sound engineers that would listen to some other people. But I mean, there's always some people that come to you and comes and talk cock to you as well.
No,
Yes.
like look.
But then there's the one or two of which I'm maybe one that
Yes.
sometimes do come with some things that bothers him. And I mean, he's one of the guys that's never ever rude or will ever not listen. And he will.
But it's
And
the
that's
way,
what
it's-
makes him
it's
unique.
It's the way you say it. Like the first time I met you at Raw, you came to me and you're like, "Hey, you're like, yeah, I'm Jacques." Da, da, da. I'm like, I'm hearing something that like that's not vibing, and you explain, but you didn't say it in like a. I used to study sound. I'm studying sound.
I'll always
We
be
all
the
have
modest
that.
one because
We all
I'm
have
not the sound engineer.
like he wasn't like that. He
I'm
was
a
like,
guest, so I can't
there's
be a
more
doers.
He wasn't like a puss about it.
Yes.
He was like he was like helping in the way that he
Yes,
spoke about it. And I
yes.
was like, from then on, from every single show that he came to, I was like, if he didn't come and stand by me,
You
while
will
I
come
was-
and call me.
I would come, no,
How does it sound?
I would actually like if he was standing in the middle of the show,
Yeah.
I should have known that it was actually fine.
Yes. Yes.
I would
Got
come
you,
find
got
him
you.
like, is it okay for you?
Yes.
No.
He'd be standing in the middle of the
Yes.
crowd,
Yeah.
like
And actually listen.
That is
Yeah.
how a relationship built to the
and
one
I'd
it
come,
is.
and I'd come find him, and be like something for me is sounding a bit off. Is it okay for you? Yeah. And he'd be like, yeah, no, it's fine. If it's wrong, I'm like, I'll find you.
Then I must go fuck myself.
Like if it was fine, he wouldn't come find me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't fine, he'd come find me.
Yeah. Also, by the way, our mix ran out, so whatever's in there, happy
There's
days.
mix in the fridge.
That is,
no, there's mix in
that
the
is
fridge.
probably telling you that
Oh,
we must,
shit.
the show's going quite a bit over its time. But I mean, we're having such a. I mean, I can talk until tomorrow morning. I mean, I've been
So
working on
the show's going to take a few more hours.
I've
Everybody.
worked at so many shows. I mean, I've worked at Swedish House Mafia, Steve
Yes.
Aoki.
Yes.
Swedish House Mafia. What the
Steve
fuck is that?
Aoki.
Oh my God, this guy.
At the Lamb of God, I've worked
Yes.
at Lincoln Park,
You work Lamb of God.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, no.
No, fuck all of them. I've been there.
Yeah, I was
worked Lamb of God.
right on the
The
stage.
Lamb of
I
God.
was
I've
over
got
there.
a lot of complaints about the Lamb of God show.
Yeah.
I wasn't on stage. I was actually in the pit in the front working for a security company. I was one
Oh
of the
fuck!
guys.
I was at the back by the sound guy.
And I've worked either in different positions at
Yes,
events. I
yes.
mean, I've dabbled a lot in security at events,
I was gonna say this. Pardon me again. Sorry.
and
I
I've worked
was like
3 years as security manager at
you,
Newlands.
Are you
At
profiling
Old
me?
Newlands.
I am very
For 3
much
years.
profiling right now.
Call
You know Newlands?
profiling?
Old Newlands? I was a 3-year security manager there.
Oh, real?
Holy
For real.
shit.
I was saying, like, you look like a scary motherfucker. So I was like,
With a
Are
heart
we
of,
talking about the same
I
guy?
look big, but I've got a heart like this.
yeah, no.
The
I
jaws,
think my,
the
yeah,
jaws
my
of metal.
brother's about the size of you. So,
What? Fuck off!
yeah.
I'm definitely not small.
No, like, I mean, like, he's just, he's got bigger shoulders than me.
Oh, shame, Alan. Shame for you. I do say shame for you.
Same for you.
Yeah. He's a scary looking fucker. Yeah.
I remember, that's why I hate long arm jaws. I always end up in fights at that place.
No, but you know, fucking.
Because they call you for
No, like when I was a kid, we used to go to like listen to.
I was banned at Soundwave, what's it called, 4 times.
They play alternative music at the Langaram shows.
Langaram Jules.
Langaram people were Langaram to any fucking
They,
thing.
the
No,
thing
they-
is,
they-
they
they
long
weird,
arm to
bro.
AC/DC Thunderstruck for fuck's
getting,
sakes.
but getting through the circle to get to the toilet is dangerous. They move so fast.
I don't look. I don't know. I'm
You can
just
feel the wind.
weirdly a nice guy that people just let through.
I've just got one of those figures and stuff, and I'm bored
Correct.
that people wants to challenge
Have
me.
you used those figures for your own gain?
I have been in 1 or 2 fights. I don't.
No.
But I don't
Not
fight.
the
I hate
fights.
it.
Not the fights for your own gain.
No.
Yeah. No. Serious.
Figures in which sense are you talking?
I'm talking about, like, for example, you're a big guy, you got a beard going on, you know, shit like that, and you're like, oh, fuck this, I'm going there.
Oh, you mean use my size in my favor to? Sometimes, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
I'm-
I don't see.
I'm
in-
one of those soft-hearted people. I look
Yes.
more rough than I am. I mean, but trust me, knowing me is. I mean, if you do rub me up the wrong way, I've got a very bad thing that people sometimes mistake as weakness. I mean, when I get extremely angry,
Yeah.
I tend to tear up.
Okay.
And when I'm at that stage, fuck bro, run.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
That is why I don't fight. I hate fighting.
Yeah.
I've once been in a fight that gone very south.
Yeah.
And that made my eyes open and realize, I'd rather talk something out
Very.
than get into fight. I remember, I'm a war veteran.
I'm sorry for taking your
Wait, what?
I'm a war veteran. Remember, I was in the army.
Oh, you're in the army?
Yeah, I was in the army. I was on the other side of the borders. I was in other places, and I ended up in intelligence. So what I'm trying to say is, I know how to handle myself.
Yeah, there we go.
And that's why I don't. I mean, there's so many more use. I mean, strange. One of my best friends is now staying in England. We met each other. I must actually tell you how we met each other. I was a night in Palace. It was an old nightclub in Brackenfell, the old Palace, in a Roma Inn hotel. So I was sitting there by the front of it was a 80s, it was like a discotheque. So I was sitting in the front going a few beers, and somebody's flicking me beer caps.
Nah.
So this guy sitting in front of the bar, and I'm looking at this dude, and I felt like, and I thought to myself, hey, you fuck. So I walked to him, and I'm like, listen, if you want to talk to me, you come to me.
Yeah.
You scream at me, or whatever, but don't flick me with caps. And after I said that, I said, shit, sorry, I should have asked, did you?
Yeah.
But then already it was too late. He was angry. So I said, I'm sorry, just leave, reiterate everything I said, forget it. I will find out who the right person one has done it. I do apologize. So anyway, we left it. So later that night, I wanted to get some fresh air, so I went outside. So this dude is here as well, and he was
guy
like,
that you spoke to?
Yeah, and he was walking in, and as he was walking, I was walking. I didn't see him turn around, and he walked back to me again, and then he said to me, I still got something to say to him, and I turned around, he planted one.
No!
Hit me right in my eye.
Ooh.
And immediately this flipping eyes black and his
Just a
water
sign for
run.
everybody,
Yes.
never be the first guy to throw a punch. Let
And-
the other guy punch you
And then,
first.
whoop, there goes my nose. So now I got 2 shots in, and I wasn't even prepared for it. I thought like, fuck this. And then Jacques Olivier climbed in. And after a while, it took 3 bounces to get me off him, because I had his head inside. I had this big blombakker. I had his head in the blombak, and I was busy bashing him with a river rock.
Yeah.
That's a flower pot. It's called a flower pot in
And they
English.
took me off him, and luckily he didn't make a case.
Yeah.
And I didn't make a case, and afterwards we both like fucking bashed up and bleeding,
Yes.
and we started chatting,
You became
and
friends, didn't you?
we became the best friends ever.
That is the coolest shit.
I found out it was
Yeah.
a barman that throwed me with caps.
Oh, the fucking asshole.
Oh shit.
His name is Kevin Skuman. He stays in the UK
It's my
today.
love's
He stays
namesake.
in the same street
The
that
friend
Chris.
that he beat up,
You know
not
the
the barman.
musician. You know the musician Chris Rea. Chris Rea
Oh, Chris Rea.
stays 4 houses from him.
Mom, if you're watching, thank you for all the Chris Rea that you made me listen to.
I love that song by the beach. But anyway, and we started chatting there, and then afterwards I said to him, I would like to, apologize and make up to what happened, and he said the same. So we invited each other, strange enough, to a dinner,
Oh, lovely.
and we chatted, we had beers and everything,
Sadness is also verstaan.
and we became the best friends ever, and we still are. I mean, we haven't spoken quite a while.
You know,
with
this
each
is the
other.
thing with back in the day. You know, a lot of these youngsters I speak to,
We would fight and become friends.
that young. I mean, I'm that old, but I'm not
It's
that
strange
young.
how people do
And
become
how
friends.
we, and that is how, I've got plenty as well on my side of things, where I have the stories like that. We have got into like the most horrible situations with people, and I realized that the person that you don't like would most probably be your best friend.
I work at the University of Cape Town, and I mean, I saw that happen as well. There was a student that didn't like me one bit last year.
Yeah.
He said to me, "You fucking old man must retire and fuck off."
Yeah.
Obviously very politically orientated, but
Yes.
anyway. This year, we chatted. We became good friends. And I continued being nice to him. I never
Yeah.
turned.
Yeah.
He was always rude towards me. He didn't want to greet me. And,
Yeah.
and then this year I met him. I said, "Hi, how was your holiday and everything?" And we started chatting, and I realized this is actually a nice dude.
Yeah.
And there's a misunderstanding between us that
Yeah.
grew. And for me, holding the good behavior I had got to the point that we actually could become friends. And
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
And I just said to some of the workers today, I said to him, don't ever think if a person hates you, he's going to ever hate you forever.
Yes. Yes.
There's people that's going to hate you forever, people that think
Yeah,
that you're a
yeah.
this. That's life. I
Yeah.
mean, It's the same with I mean, even strange enough, how me and my wife met. It's also a very strange story. I'm probably one of the few people I can tell this. Do we have time to tell this story?
Yeah, we can tell. We're telling the story.
That's the last
It's
one.
going on the internet, and then after the story, we're gonna be done. But just so you all know, if I don't say it before then, from now on, we're gonna go every second Wednesday, for now, because work is work and Parliament's fucking call up hard. So we'll go every second Wednesday for now, and then we'll go to every single Wednesday as we progress. But we'll let you guys know. But from now on, we're going to be every second Wednesday for the podcast. And yeah, let's go with the last story. And as usual,
It's
all boost.
And
But I love you all for watching it and everything.
Thanks, guys,
And stuff.
Yes.
for listening
But,
to me as well.
Let's
Continue.
final story.
The final story, it was actually
For
quite
this
strange. I used, most I like hi-fi stuff, so I went and buy hi-fi stuff by Tafelberg Furnitures, and there was this lady working in a cash office.
Yeah.
That's my wife to be, Nita, and I thought that was the most beautiful thing in the world. And I used to go to Tafelberg Furnitures buying all kinds of unnecessary cuck just to see her.
Just to see this lady.
And I wanted to take her out, but never had the guts.
Yes.
And the one night, it's now called Gringos. It was called Jimmy's Grill Tavern before. I was going to the pub to meet my friend Camel there, and take a guess, here's Nita sitting.
Oh.
So I tell Camel, I've always told him about the girl I'm so madly in love with and everything, and I said to him, there she sits, that's the girl I'm talking about. And this Doos, my friend, stands up and he walks to her and he gives her a kiss and hangs around her. Yes, I nearly took him out that night. Then I found out he used to go out with her.
No.
Yeah, my friend. And we wanted to go to Knights Pub in Durbanville, so I was on my bike still. And I didn't have a helmet, so she didn't have a lift. So he said, but ride with him. But she now already knows I'm the stalker, the one that's after her and that likes her. So he said, no, you can, Jacques is a good oak and all this and that. So she said, can you get a helmet? And I said to her, yes, of course. So I back home, get the helmet. She's on the bike, gone to Durbanville and all this and that. And then we started dating each other. And she was staying in Boston. She was staying in the granny flat. The guy that owned the house was a voyeur, I think. He was always looking at her through the window. So she said she started very uncomfortable. She always had to make sure the windows was closed when she showered because this guy kept on looking. So I said to her, come move in by me. And she said yes. So she moved in by me. And I'm very old school. I got to the point where we got engaged. And I said, I need to ask your father. Then I found out the father's a pastor. Oh,
God.
Fuck. Now you must remember, I'm covered in tattoos, long hair, work at upbeat music. I look like the Antichrist. And the first day he met me, he said a lot of nasty words to me. He didn't like me one bit.
Wait, where are your tattoos?
He came down from Riversdale.
Where are your tattoos?
On my arms.
And then?
Anyway, so what happened is we get to know him and all that, and eventually he did say yes. So we basically started, we met each other, started going out, got engaged and married in
Wait, how long?
3 months.
No,
Are
fuck
you
off,
just?
man.
No, man.
Oh,
3 months.
How? What a way to end the show. I love
3
that.
months.
What a
3
way to end
months.
the show.
Her father married us. My father sang at the wedding.
Wait, her father
Yeah.
that hated you.
Yeah. My father sang at the wedding. My mother played the organ. And we married now for 28 years.
You don't have that video on YouTube?
No.
No.
And we still got fights of biblical proportions, but I will still love her, and I will always love her. Until
So everybody, we will find the footage.
That's dope.
There will be
That's
some
dope
footage at some
story. I
point.
love that. I love that.
The next time we
The
have
only
Jacques on
photos.
the show,
I'll
we
bring
will
my
make
wife
sure that
You tune in early.
you tune in and we will get this cuck. Because Jacques is going to be back again at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But this is beautiful. And they how long you guys married?
28 years.
28 fucking years. And how many kids? One kid. Just the one.
I've got a daughter, Judith. She's now, now I'm going to lie.
Wait, sorry. Judith or Judith?
Judith.
With a TH and
Not a So Judith. And
That's my racist
she's
joke
at
for
the
the day.
moment, she's the manager at Bootlegger in Bloemfontein Stand.
Oh, damn. So,
Global.
fun fact.
She's staying with her
fun-
boyfriend in Century City.
Fun fact. So, you know Joel Azrael, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, Joel's brother is one of the part owners of Bootleggers.
Oh God.
Well, one of the.
She's one of the managers there, and she's really doing well. And she's got a very nice boyfriend by the name of Alec now. They're staying in Century City.
And listen, yeah.
And I'm one of the few fathers that's probably very happy. And he's looking well after. And I mean, she's done well for herself. And she's got me, and she's got me and my wife's.
He's not looking after her. She's looking after herself. And
Yeah, of
she's
course.
allowing him to be there.
Sy het altyd vir ons gehaard. So trust me, she's full of shit. But she knows what she wants.
Sandy, the stories will continue.
We're
gonna make another date. We're gonna make another date. But again, we're doing every second Wednesday from now on, for a little bit for now because of work schedules and all that cuck. But Jacques will be back because Jacques is the shit. He's a story king.
He's a story.
And I really do hope that the next time we do this, if willing, that Nita can be here.
Yeah.
Because
she's a very quiet one. It's going to be quite convincing to get her.
Alan, you got to decide if you're going to kill the stream or not.
I'm going to kill the. We're going to kill the stream, but every second Wednesday from now on, and.
It was great fun with
Metal
you
horns,
guys.
Jacques, metal horns for everybody. Fuck yeah.
I got crop signs, sorry.
Come on, Carl. Metal horns, Carl.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. Yeah.
On this day, thank you all for joining
Nice
and for
one.
fucking loving with us.
Have a lovely night.
And have a dope ass evening.
And big shout out to Metal Africa.
Metal for Africa.
Metal for Africa. Go check
Metal
it out.
and a 4 and Africa.
May we live forever. We are on every platform.
All the platforms and they have their own
Well,
website.
yeah, don't forget. May I advertise something?
Yes,
Of course you can.
course.
This Saturday coming up
Yeah.
is the last Varken battle
Yes.
in Cape
so
Town.
For everybody that doesn't know, the Varken battle is there's a big metal festival in Germany called Varken. It's the biggest gathering of metal
250,000 people.
in the world. It's a tiny town called Varken, and every year they have this massive festival. And every year they have a battle of the bands. And the battle of the bands is every country has their own local Varken metal battles. So the battle of the band things.
It's South
And the
Africa
winning
and
bands?
Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah, but
South Africa
but
and
every country has their own one, and then all these countries compete to win the Varken Battle of the Bands.
So basically what happens is we've got battles throughout the whole South Africa.
Yeah.
And Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa. And there's battles of like this one coming now Saturday. It's at the Woodstock Brewery.
Yeah.
There's 5 bands playing. And they're competing to get one band at that one. There was one before that by Daisy Jones where they chose one band. And the guest band that's playing at this Varken is Dead Man Risen.
Ooh, okay.
And it's going to be an awesome show. I'm one of the judges there. This is Sasha's brainchild and Lana's with her.
Emelath
Events, yeah.
And South
She does
Africa
a lot of hard
has
work.
had one winner over all the battles, international band battles at the Varken Festival.
The finals is in Joburg.
We had one South African winner that won the Varken battle. Zombie had my girlfriend.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about any of the other things that happened after that. But Zombies at My Girlfriend was the South African
Guys,
band that won.
Against
They
international
won
bands at
against
Varken.
international bands at the Varken battle, and they won. We're done.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Carl, come say goodbye. Carl is very old and he has very bad control.
Goodbye.
But thank you everybody for coming and watching, and big ups to fucking.
Hopefully see you on Saturday. Guys, come. There's going to be a great party.
Oh my gosh, Clint, don't be a liar. Okay, love you everybody. Cheers, bye. See you.
Bye, everyone.
The second.